too loud. Alright, let's see if this is any better. Hey guys, how's it going? That down. Yeah, I'm good. How are you, Solomatan? Let's see. Just adjusting the window to be a nice size so that you can see the entire screen, because usually it gets cut off. Go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're talking. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna have some fun today, as we are wont to do. Some comfy UI and animation. So let's clear everything. Now let's start from scratch. We're gonna load our checkpoint. Drag model out to K sampler. Clip goes out to positive, negative. Oh, you can pin things. Interesting. I didn't even know that. OORL Ortal 8. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I'm sorry. I only speak English. Hi from Uruguay. Hello, how are you? I'm from the United States. Where are you from, Mrs. Chowan? A cat made from water running behind a mice made from flames? Interesting. Ooh, I like that. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Thank you for that suggestion. Let's give it a shot. It's kind of silly. Let's try and see what Midjourney comes up with, because I like the premise. Let's see. A cat made of water. Chasing a mouse. The mouse is made of fire. So realistic. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Interesting. I kind of like it. It's not really chasing the mouse, but it's close enough. Oh, did you like the cat I did? Yeah, yesterday. Came out pretty cool, didn't it? That was a lot of fun. Let's try and have some fun, shall we? Let's do an image-to-image morph. So we're going to VA encode our image. We're going to plug that latent in. And we're also going to want to upscale this. Upscale image by 25. Not too bad. And then we're going to need a second case sampler. VA encode. The latent goes in there. And we're going to want a second positive and negative prompt. And also we're going to want the model as well. Drag the model over. Going to need the VAE plugin as well. And lastly, we do a decode again to a preview. And we drag the VAE over into the decode. We should be good to do tomatoes. Let's do tomatoes. 1.5. Okay, let's see what we get. Whoops. Hey Devin Bar, how's it going? Can I build or embellish photos? Yes, I can absolutely do both. At the moment, I'm taking an existing photo that I made a few minutes ago, this cute little fire cat being chased by a mouse, and I'm actually going to paint over it and turn it into something slightly different. As you can see here, I've slightly altered it. How have I altered it? Well, I actually didn't specify. So let me do that right here. Let's take that image and turn it into tomatoes because I'm on a tomato kick today and I have no idea why. So let's turn our cat and mouse into tomatoes and see if we get anything interesting. But first I need to fix my seed. Fix. Just so that we can iterate on the same idea. And let's see what we get. Is it possible to do all that on Mac Air? Yes, I believe it should be pretty possible. Where you start running into more issues is when you do video stuff on Macs. It's not like the most capable, in my experience. Maybe the newer M3 chips are better, but definitely NVIDIA is the way to go if you want to take this really seriously. Looks like me when I'm cooking. Cut this more solid here, bit of pepper there. Yeah, that's, I mean, I am cooking up something, aren't I? You know? Similar process, similar thinking. So it gave us a little tomato on the cat's back, which is kind of adorable. Let's have our input image as reference to be a before and after right here. So on the left, we'll have our original input, and then on the right, we'll have our modification. So let's try and up the emphasis on our tomato morph from 0.5 to 0.7 and see what we get. Ooh. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere. Isn't that cool, you guys? Oh, man. I wish I knew what you guys were talking about, but I don't speak your language, unfortunately. Now you are cooking for real, yes. Definitely. This is actually a beautiful image in its own right, isn't it? I rather like this. How about we animate the cat into the tomatoes? Let's have some more fun. Let's take our animation flow and let's animate it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it more granular. Let's do 0.55. Oh wow, that's crazy to look at. We'll call it a cat morphing into tomatoes. And let's see what we get. Did I ever try a cat with tomato face and spider legs? No, I did not. That's a crazy idea, though. I'll certainly add that in as inspiration for another. Let's do no color here. Let's see. A cat with tomato face and spider legs. I'll try that out after our little animation is done. So, guys. All right. Almost done here. Okay. Thank you for those reactions, you guys. The little 100 emoji. I appreciate it. Do I use Stable Diffusion? Yes, I do. This is all Stable Diffusion. And comfy UI. Oh, thanks, Brorsen. I appreciate that. Ooh, look at this, you guys. Trippy. Very trippy. My microphone sounds weird. Hang on one sec, guys. Let me try something. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this any better at all? Let me see how it sounds. I think that sounds a little better. Yeah, this is pretty cute. Bro blocked this guy. Yeah, I went and blocked them, so you shouldn't be seeing any more of the spam in here. People are crazy. But in just a moment, I've decided to upscale this, so after the upscale, I'm going to try out a couple other ideas here, like the cat with a tomato face. But first, I want to see how it looks after upscaling, because why not? And it shouldn't take much longer. Let's see, roughly about maybe a minute left at the most. The claws start to melt with the tomatoes. Yeah, it's crazy. Now I understand what you are making, yes. Exactly. What are your machine specs? My machine specs are, I have an NVIDIA 4090, about 64 gigabytes of memory, and I think a Core i9 for the processor. Yes, indeed. It's actually occurring to me that this might not be as quick as I thought it would be. So I think I'll upscale it later on. Sometimes it's practical, other times it's not. This is one of those times. So let us restart Comfy. And then let's hop back into our image generation. Lots of love from India. Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Chow, and I appreciate that. Much love back to you as well. So let's now play with this idea. A cat made of... No. Cat with a tomato face and spider legs. Let's give that a shot. Alright, so we're loading up the model, Mobius. Let's grab in our prompts, and let's see what we get. It didn't do anything. Oh, that's because we're still doing image to image. Let's change it back to the original setup of text to image and make us a brand new image. Let's see what we got. We change the denoise back to 1 because we want a full denoise. And lo and behold, it's not... It's cool. It's not quite what we asked for. A cat with a tomato face and spider legs. Let's try and reword it slightly. A spider cat. Cat with spider legs instead of regular legs. The cat's face is a tomato. No such luck. Let's hop over to Midjourney and try it here. I mean, it's cute, but it's just not what we're going for. What if we just do spider cat? Spider cat. It just gives us a cat sitting next to a spider. That's cute. Can I give you some money? No, I'm afraid not. Can you give me some money? Can this type of art and animation enter mainstream or cinema? I sure hope so. That would be cool as hell. And I would love to be some part in that. Ooh, these are kind of cool. Ooh, I like number 2. That's cute. Surprisingly cute given the premise. I love it. That's so cool. Leave it to Midjourney, huh? So we're going to paste that in because it's adorable. We're going to go back to image. We are going to paint over this image and make it something else entirely. What if I just turn it into Raspberry Cat? Oh, nice. Ooh, that's cool. That's really cool. Midjourney is killing it, I agree. They're like doing a really good job. Their new 6.1 model, I think, is really, really good. Hang on, guys. I keep neglecting the chat from other platforms. Let me go and see if people are messaging me on YouTube and Twitch. I don't see anything. That's okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and animate this. We're going to refresh this workflow. So we'll start with that. Get it sliced into salads. I like that. Let's see if we can't do something similar. So this will be number 2. Sliced tomatoes in a salad. What if we do that now? Ooh. Interesting. And for the fourth image, let's make it even more prominently the case. Like a full-blown bowl of tomato salad. Perfect. So here's our flow, you guys. It starts with our funny little cat, and it progressively turns into a tomato, and then a tomato salad. So let's try animating it. Yeah, I would love to take your images and play with them and morph them and do stuff with them. Oh, he's not bothering, don't worry. Fazula says, hello, hello, how's it going? So I think this will be cool because the progression is very granular, and the difference between each adjacent image is very minimal, which is something I'm getting more into lately. As opposed to the more dramatic morphs I've done in the past, I'm really into this idea of more subtle morphs, which is like you've seen in recent videos with like the zombie decay stuff, where it starts as a human and turns into like a zombie. Am I teaching the animations? I'm giving little tips here and there on stream here as we're covering things today, but I am working on more of like a full-fledged course right now behind the scenes that I plan to release in the coming weeks. But I'm definitely giving some pointers on stream here, and if you have any specific questions about what I'm doing or things that you see on screen, I'd be more than happy to answer you. This picture's cool. People are interested to see you at Meetup. You are getting famous too soon. Is it too soon? What kind of meetups are you talking about? Jerry, yes, I agree. Crazy is the word. This is going to be really funny. We can already see the early version of it as it's rendering. It's going to be pretty crazy, I think. Musa says, let me know when you post your course. Yes, absolutely. I will be posting about it on here as it develops, and just kind of probably collecting some opinion polls and stuff on like what people would want to get out of my course. I think that would be a pretty good exercise. Just kind of gather input from people as I'm assembling it to see if it's going in the right direction. Because like I don't want to throw everything that Comfy UI has to offer at folks. It's much too big of a program to do that. So like I specifically like to do what you see here, just these little animations. So I'm thinking that will be the focus of the course, as opposed to like a full-on comprehensive. I mean, of course I'll cover the fundamentals and the basics of the different nodes and kind of what they do, but yeah. Next prompt, Superman in Venom suit. Ooh, that's really cool. I like that. Let's write that down. Superman in Venom suit. Let's play with that shortly. It's beautiful looking to the image changing every second. I agree. It's very mesmerizing. Which app does this? The app that you're looking at right now is called Comfy UI. Comfy UI. And it's what allows me to do crazy stuff like this. See? And this. Alright, what do we have here? Whoa. That's so weird. It's so weird. I like it up until the end where the light starts to flicker around. That's one of my strong dislikes with all of this, is when the lighting starts getting all wonky and flickery. Not a huge fan of lighting that can't stay put. And it's kind of a it's kind of a struggle to like prompt the AI not to get crazy with the lighting, but most of the time it's cooperative. What is your weakness, you ask? I don't know. What is my weakness? That's a good question. Is all the content generated in the app? Largely, yes. As you're seeing, periodically I do use Midjourney as well. I prefer Midjourney in a lot of cases when it comes to generating images. Did I merge all the nodes together to animate? Did I merge all the nodes together to animate? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but this particular workflow right here where I've created this animation, I mean, the nodes are laid out in a way that allows for the animation. But yeah, this is pretty cute. Pretty interesting, I would say. Let's try Superman in a Venom suit, shall we? So we will turn off image to image, turn back on text to image. And again, if we don't like the results here, then we'll just go back over to Midjourney and have it do the fun stuff for us. I gotta turn off the upscaler. Yeah, I keep accidentally upscaling the results here. There we go. Let's group this upscale cluster and turn it off so that it doesn't upscale in the future. We will turn that off right there. See, we have a nice little toggle here, on and off. And we'll go back to our image. See what we get. So we need to bump the noise back to 1. Is the app free? Yes, the app is completely free. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually, isn't it? It even has the Superman emblem, but it's like Venom. That's so cool. Very clever. Hey, A-Dish Raj, how's it going? Please don't spam the chat. I'll get to you shortly. You're making this look easy. Yes, well, thank you. It comes from experience. I promise you it was not easy in the beginning. This took time, but can you pin the apps? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll use Superman's face. Superman's normal face. Clark Kent. Venom suit. Let's try that. Oh, it's giving us 2. No, not quite. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Maybe The Incredibles can change with The Simpsons. Maybe. Maybe we can try that. But if I type The Incredibles, what will that get? Oh, it's like an animated version of them. That's kind of funny. Hail Midjourney, yes. Can I pin the apps? Oh, you mean to the top of the screen? Yeah, I think I can do that. Just give me 1 second here. So... can I duplicate this layout? Oops, shit. I didn't want to do that. Okay. So we need a new text. Program name. Comfy UI. Okay, hopefully that should help you guys a little bit. Let's bring that up to 80. Okay. OBS. This program's kind of a pain. But it is very capable, so... Okay. Hopefully that helps. And there we go. Back to business. Thank you, Rainlin. I appreciate that. Your content is amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Pierre. I appreciate you. Bro, you give me iPhone? Are you asking for my phone number? No. All right, let's stick to something that's like non-IP related, non-recognizable, just generic, like food, cats, you know, whatever. In fact, I'm kind of on a landscape kick lately. Let's do like a pretty landscape and morph that into something. Let us try a Japanese countryside. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. See what we get. It's cool, but I want it to be photorealistic. Photorealistic. There we go. Oh, you are very welcome, Muza. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here. This is kind of cool, I guess. We can work with this. So we're going to image to image this one. Let's plug that in. Do a passive 0 and reactivate this. And let's leave the sliced tomato in a salad prompt, see what we get. So let's turn this Japanese countryside into tomatoes or something like that. Okay, nice. It's just like a bunch of sliced tomatoes flying around Japan. So let's do a before and after like we did before. On the left is our before, on the right will be our after. Let's change this into something. Let's change it into... I don't really know. What should we turn into, you guys? Let's do a cosmic or an alien civilization. Let's try that out. Ooh, this could be good. Ooh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. That's really dope. So let's try morphing this a little bit, shall we? So we'll do that. Do that. Let's do a convert widget to input, and we'll control the denoise from over here. I think this should be good. No, we want this to be a float. Float. Primitive float. Okay, there we go. Denoise. There we go. So now we can look at everything all in one place. So we got our before and after, our prompt, and our denoise strength to play with. So let's take it from 0.5 up to 0.8. Let's take it all the way up to 0.8, see what we get. Ooh. Gnarly. Let's bring it back down to 0.7. It's a little too dramatically different. Do something like if heaven was on earth. That's a good idea. I like that. Maybe I'll consider it. Let's do 0.9. Okay, here we go. So this will be a nice transformation. It'll end on a pretty dramatic note here. So we've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Very cool. Let's give it a rip. Let's see what we get. As you can see off to the right, we have our growing collection of friends. But now our focus is going to be on this village approach. Can you build a small Japanese guy just slicing tomatoes like crazy to the other side? And when they land, they become spiders. It's a really good idea. It might be a little too complex for this approach. I might be able to do something along those lines. I might be able to make him like actively chopping tomatoes, but the tomatoes like transform into spiders gradually, like at the same time that he's chopping them. But to control like the sequences, like where it starts with him chopping and then they transform into spiders one after the other, I think that's going to be a little harder to do with this approach. But I like the idea. Oh, do you like Psytrance music and gatherings? I do really like Psytrance, yes, but I've never been to like a music event or festival or anything like that. Sounds like a lot of fun though. Oh, Jerry, you messaged me about music video stuff. I'm sorry, I guess I missed it. I'll take a look after the stream. You're welcome, normal man. Man, did I use AI or something? Yeah, AI is the primary driver of what I'm doing here with Stable Diffusion and Comfy UI. But it's still a very manual process, obviously, as you can see. This is not just a matter of writing a prompt. There's a lot that goes into this. So we're almost done here. Got about a minute left for our video to finish. And I think you're going to like the results. Those tomatoes are making me hungry. It's something weird that I made earlier. Okay, let's see what we get here. Do most videos take this amount of time to render? No. Basically what you see here, like these right here, these are not ready to be uploaded anywhere, in my opinion, because they still need to be upscaled. They need to be interpolated so that it's a higher frame rate. There's a few extra steps after this stage. This is kind of like the first pass where I can see a glimpse into what it'll look like, but it's still like very low resolution. All right, let's see what we get here. Japanese countryside to alien landscape. Ooh, that is so cool. That's beautiful. What do you think, guys? It's so dope. Let me interpolate it just for funsies. Let's save that. Let's bring you into Topaz. Just for your viewing pleasure here. We'll do a quick interpolation on this, bring it up to 60 frames. Just for the sake of the stream, it won't take that long. It is awesome, isn't it? Super trippy. So this will take about 3 sec. Wow, that's a quick interpolation. Topaz is amazing. All right, let's take a look. Beautiful. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Looks a little like mushrooms, yes. Yeah, they do look like big mushroom structures. Very, very cool. Really, really cool. Again, this would not be ready to upload quite yet. I'd probably want to upscale it at least 2 or 3 times. But, definitely a consideration. I think I'll save this workflow for later. I'll call it, Country to Alien. Very cool. Heaven on Earth? Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that out. Heaven on Earth. Let's allow Midjourney to give us the result for that, because I just know that it will have a really nice looking interpretation of heaven. Heaven on Earth. Let's do that. Let's also do Heaven on Earth photorealistic. Photorealistic. That'll be a fun one. All right, let's see where we're at. Let me change this back to NVIDIA Podcast, just so you're not hearing every breath I take. Has some advanced noise cancellation. Ooh, this is cool. Ooh, that one's cool. Check that out. That is just like objectively beautiful, if there ever were such a thing. It's not photorealistic, but I don't care. This is beautiful. What if I try... Aren't those the best 3 words in the world, by the way? What if I... It's just like... It's like the essence of curiosity. What if I try this? What if I try that? It's a sign that you're in a flow state when you say things like, what if I... It means you're doing the right thing. So what if I take this image, pop it into Magnific, and give it a lot of creative liberty to make it more photorealistic. Let's see. Photorealistic heaven landscape. And let's give it a shot. There we are. Okay. OBS. We want to resize this. Yeah, alrighty. Good shit. Dope? Yes, I agree. It's a super dope image. Do I upscale in Comfy? Yes, I do. But it's not the only place I upscale. I like to upscale in Topaz as well. When people repost your vids from Insta to Facebook, I remember... Yeah, people have been definitely reposting on Facebook, on TikTok. Unfortunately, they don't always credit me, which is obviously no fun. But a lot of times they do. People are mostly pretty chill. Hey, GN Creative, how's it going? I hope you're doing well too. I'm doing pretty good. So, let's see where Magnific is at. Ooh. It's not photorealistic still, but it's so damn beautiful. You know what, though? Do I even... Yeah, let's use it. Let's try and use it. It's really cool. I'm not even going to morph it into anything else. I'm just going to morph between itself. Let's, like, do 4 morphs between the same image, which can also be a really interesting idea. So, Heaven on Earth is what I'll call it. And let's literally just let it do its thing. You like my face? Thank you. Appreciate it. Is Magnific free? No, I'm afraid it is not. Be great if it was, but it's not. It's actually kind of expensive. But if you're like really serious into graphic design and art and stuff, it's definitely worth it because it's probably the best upscaler out there for images, and I've used a lot of them. But Magnific produces exquisite results. What's my favorite comfy checkpoint? At the moment, I have a few, but at the moment, Realism by Stable Yogi is a really good one. Why not use your PC res for this video? I think that it'll make your PC... Yeah, you mean like the videos that I'm rendering, should I render them at my native monitor resolution? I mean, it would pretty much cook comfy, and it would probably freeze my computer. The final results that I get that I put on Instagram do end up in a full like 4K 60 frame format, but they don't start that way. I mean, I just would caution against rendering too large of videos in comfy. Try not to go like beyond like, well, it's complicated. It's kind of a lot to explain and unpack, but you kind of want to take it in steps. You want to start by rendering a really low resolution video and then bump it up a little bit more, and then let the AI do the extra details as you're upscaling it. I need some water. Let's see what we get, Broseph. This should be very interesting. Let's also start to play with it in our image to image. Let's come back over here. But first we need to wait for our video to finish. Media player laggy for this shit 4K, yeah. Yeah, 4K is definitely a lot on the system. Almost done with this one right here. I've got about 18 seconds left. Is it possible to make extra money from such videos, and when uploading them? Well, I will tell you, a lot of my videos, practically all of them, get like instantly demonetized, probably because they're kind of intense to look at. I honestly don't know. Instagram doesn't give a very good reason. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I can't recommend like going to Instagram and expecting to make a lot of money off of your videos. I will say though that it's great for networking, and I've made a lot of connections on here and had a lot of business dealings on here as well. So it's great for, if it's good for anything, it's good for networking. But if you want to get like actual payouts for videos and stuff, then focus on something like YouTube. You know, this is kind of pretty, by the way. Very surreal and dreamy. Do I prefer upscale and Topaz or Magnific? Oh, you mean just for images? Because Magnific doesn't do video. For images, yeah, definitely Magnific. I mean, Magnific, the result, like Topaz Gigapixel, I think it's called, for the image upscale. It's very good. Like, it will sharpen an image if it's otherwise blurry, but it's not like the best at hallucinating extra details. And Magnific is amazing at hallucinating extra details. So that's really why I like to use it a lot. Okay, so let's see what we get if we do this. We're going to take the heaven image and we're going to morph it into whatever our last prompt was. Alien civilization, I guess. Let's see what happens. I gotta turn the denoise down, I think. Yeah, let's turn it down to like 50. And let's actually change it into like... Ooh, what if we change it into hell? Let's change it into hell. Let's try that out. So it's taking a little long this time around, but hopefully it finishes soon. Oh, wow. Ooh, this is going to be dramatic. Why is it taking so long? It never takes this long. Maybe I have to restart Comfy. Clear its cache. Do I have this workflow somewhere? No, this workflow right here it was just a really basic text to image workflow that I built earlier on stream, and I turned it into like an image to image. But this is more or less like the base default workload if you just click load default in the menu here. Whoa, this is trippy. Ooh, okay, there's potential here. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna start as heaven and it's gonna devolve into hell. That's so cursed. But it's a very interesting premise. Let me restart Comfy first, because it's not going fast enough. Okay, let's run that. Dope, yeah, I agree. It's crazy, isn't it? Heaven has fallen. At least in this image. So let's run this again, see what we get. Because that should have gone a lot faster. So I think the cache just needed to be cleared. Let's see if this goes faster. No, but still going kind of slow. That's really weird. Oh, that's not weird at all. I think it's because the image is huge. Yeah, that's not weird at all. I forgot to resize the image. I gotta downscale it to an appropriate resolution before encoding it into latent space. So let us resize, I want to say. Let's see, search for resize. Come on, resize image. And that should put us in a much better position. 1024, 1024. Okay, let's try that out. That should be a lot. Yeah, there we go. Now it's moving along. Thank you, GN Creative. I'm excited for it too, honestly. I think it'll be dope. I think it's going to help a lot of people. Here we go. This looks sick. Okay, so this is going to progressively turn into a hellish landscape. So let's bump the denoise up to 0.6 instead of 0.5. It's just going to like collapse into flames. Needs to be higher. How about that? Your work is killer, man. Much love. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. Yeah, here we go. Gnarly. And then I think we'll bring it up to 0.9, which will practically entirely change the image into something else. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay, so here's what we have. We're going to start here, which is beautiful. Go to there. So, okay, there, 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 and then there. It's going to be crazy. Let's try it out. Oops. Shit. All right. Yeah, I'll certainly let you know about the course. I'm thinking of maybe I'm strategizing around how I'm gonna like get the word out. I think to start, I'll try collecting some emails, I guess. I hear that newsletters and stuff like that are a pretty good way to keep people updated. I mean, I'll also update people here on Instagram about the progress that I'm making, and I'll also like collect polls on like what people want to see in the course, what they don't want to see. But yeah, definitely stay tuned to my page here. You'll it's probably the best place to find the information. Ooh, I don't see anything. Where are our results? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not right. Why did it do that? Hang on, guys. I gotta cancel this one out. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's try this again. Got a wire that was misconnected. All right. No, oh, I'm sorry. So I'm bouncing between workflows. The one you're looking at here for the animation. What is that menu that keeps popping up? It's annoying me. This one right here with that animates between each of these 4 images. This is based off of a workflow by someone named, his username is IPIV, and he's on Civitai. If you Google Civitai IPIV, you will find at the top, should be at the top, his workflow for morphing. It's called IPIV's Morph, image to vid. And this is kind of what it looks like. These are some of the results. It's a really amazing workflow. And what you're seeing on my end, this is kind of just, I mean, that provided like the base logic and functionality, but I've since adapted it into something else for like upscaling and interpolating and stuff. Kind of made it into my own thing, but yeah. But the text to image and the image to image that you see right here was handcrafted. It's obviously not as complex, but yeah. Oh, the black and white hypnotizing image. That's a great question. This one right here, right? This is my motion mask. And that more or less is the, it's what the AI traces over, or you can imagine the images right here as your paint in a paint bucket. And then this is your canvas, and this is telling the AI where to trace, like the outlines, the edges and contours as it is animating your video. So, but in this case, this black and white thing you see serves as the transition mask. And I don't really have a clear example here. I guess right here you can kind of see it in action. So if I pop it over to the left side of this right here, you'll kind of see what it's doing. It's driving the transition effect between images. So the thing on the right is using the thing on the left to dictate what its transitions look like. And depending on how much you set the control net strength, this black and white motion will bleed through more or less into your final result. And that's where kind of the creativity comes into place, is just playing with the weights, playing with the strengths, and seeing how it ends up looking. Oh, you downloaded his workflow as well? Yeah, there's a lot of potential in this workflow. That's for sure. Also, this is one of the modifications I've made to it is like the numbers that you see here in these fade mask nodes. These basically dictate like when the image fades in and fades out along the timeline of your animation. That's kind of what all these are doing. But I have since like tried to understand why he wrote them the way he wrote them and how to kind of play with them and make them into something different. So this workflow actually has a slightly different effect with the transition than what he originally envisioned. So that's kind of cool. What GPU do I have? I have an NVIDIA 4090. NVIDIA 4090. All right, let's see what we get here. Ooh. Whoa. Interesting. That's pretty cool. It's a little muddy and just washed out. Not a huge fan. Probably because it's like a painterly aesthetic as opposed to photoreal, but you still get the essence of what's happening. You know, it's cool. Have I tried Deform in Comfy? No, I really gotta start learning more Deform. Deform seems really cool and fun. I'd like to get better with it. Hello from Venezuela. Hey, how's it going? Does it primarily have the same focal point? What do you mean by the focal point exactly? This is pretty dope looking. Let me try interpolating it real quick, just for the hell of it. Hello from India. Hello, Talib. How are you? Well, here we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I hate how the title comes on every time it loops. I wish I could turn that off. And VLC. Oh wait, and playback. Anyways. The hypnotizing image. Does it primarily have the same focal point? Oh, are you asking if I can change this into something else? The answer is yes, absolutely. And as you can see down here, I have a few others kind of at the ready if I want to copy and paste them in for slightly different effect. That's where you can start really getting creative, is you can literally replace this with anything. But in the context of this workflow, it really does need to meet a certain expectation. Like, I think it should be no more than 2 to 4 seconds long. It should ideally be like 30 frames a second or something like that. Otherwise, you can force the frame rate in this box right here, I think. But the important thing is length of time. It should be like a 4-second long sort of loop. And it has to be like a pretty clean loop too. So yeah. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Yes, indeed. So here we have our interpolated result next to the non-interpolated result. On the left and on the right. Quite a difference. Oh, Orange County, nice. Hello. You're the closest person I've met today, at least as far as I know. Oh, thank you. I certainly will keep it up. I enjoy it too much to stop, so no worries there. Very, very cool. So let us, I want to try a more photorealistic version of the, I love this premise of turning like heaven into hell, you know? But let's do something way more vivid and photorealistic, because again, it's quite muddy. I don't like the results very much of that, but I like the potential. So let's just search for heaven in Midjourney, or heaven on earth maybe. Ooh, I like that. Let's turn this into a square image. This is a really pretty image. Look how big that prompt is, by the way. Holy smokes. That is elaborate. This, by the way, is something that somebody else made this image. That I did not make this. Now I'm browsing like through Midjourney's archives when I found it. So let's do 512 by 512. Let's paste this in to Photoshop, and I will just make it into a square as opposed to a portrait. And to do that, we're going to select the outer edges, going to slightly expand the marquee, and we're going to do generate fill, see what it makes for us, and turns it into a square. Turn God to devil. No, I think maybe I won't go that far. Although, I mean, that could be creatively very interesting, but I mean... Ooh, here we go. Now we're talking. Very, very pretty. Let's go with this. Come back over to our image to image, which is kind of getting messy at this point, but that's okay. I'll bring in our stairs image. Beautiful. And let's start turning that into a fiery something or another. So here's again going to be our before and after, and let's see what we get. Yeah, the content aware is very useful. I use it a lot. Very, very useful. Oh, wow. Whoa. It turned like the Golden Gate into like a skull thing, and the stairs are starting to be on fire. That's gnarly. So let's paste that in. There's something kind of cursed about this premise. Let's bring it up to 0.7. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Wait, what if I do red sky flames? It's still kind of a blue sky. Okay, let's do 0.8. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Pretty crazy. Oh, man. The demons have infiltrated heaven, it appears. Let's bring it up to 0.8. 0.85. Let's try that. Ooh. Let's try that out. Almost there, you guys. I just like it to be a smooth gradient of a transition. Are we doing the cat skating into the gates of hell today? Oh, hey, how's it going, Eric? No, but close. We are entertaining the premise of hell. Ooh, this is a really cool one. We're basically turning the gates of heaven into hell. So, okay, I think this will be a pretty nice transition. So, of course, it starts with the pearly gates. And it starts to get engulfed into a fiery situation. So let's try it out. Let's see what happens. What's our motion scale? 1, 2, 5. Guess that's okay. God of War vibes? Hell yeah. I used to love God of War. Not the like newer ones, God of War Ragnarok and stuff. I haven't played the new ones, but, well, at least not that much, but I played the heck out of 1 through 3 back in the day. PlayStation 2 and 3. Good games. But this should be pretty interesting, I think. So yeah, I think this will probably be the last video today. The last one that I render. I'm pretty tired. So sick. Yeah, I agree. This will be pretty dope. Even from a distance, you can kind of like, it's fun to look at it, yeah, at a distance and see like what it's going to become. Yeah, the original trilogy is very, very hard to beat in terms of quality. But yeah, the graphics on the newer ones are amazing. Especially the latest one. I'd love to just maybe watch, I know it's kind of a cop-out, but just maybe a playthrough on YouTube at this point. I don't know if I have the energy to play all the way through it right now. But I do like want to see the various cutscenes and sequences with the characters. I'm very interested in that. Dig in the Ultimate SD upskill node you recommended yesterday. Nice. Been playing around with it. Isn't it great? Yeah, it's super capable. And I encourage you to like just play with the settings too. Because like you can get some pretty dramatically different results by tweaking just a couple different things, especially the denoise right here. Play around with the denoise to like, maybe don't bump it too high. Otherwise it's obviously going to look nothing like the original, but like anywhere from like 0.4 to 0.6 or something, things start to get very interesting. But I usually leave it around like 0.2 if I'm being honest. 0.2 is a pretty like decent place. Necromorph transformation, that's a good idea. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll do that next time. Ever do a pirate themed one? I did a pirate themed video a few weeks ago. At least it was pirate-ish to my eyes. I don't know if other people interpreted it that way, but I thought it kind of reminded me of Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the beauty of this thing, you guys. You can make literally like freaking anything. As long as you have the idea. Let's see, how much longer? About 30 seconds on the clock. My voice is sounding kind of weird, isn't it? I just noticed. That's unfortunate. Kind of robotic. I wonder how I could fix that. Oh well. Creepy. Pretty cool. Oh, does it sound normal for you guys? Okay, well, as long as it sounds normal to you, that should be good. What do you see chasing? Oh, changing. What do I see changing in the future? Good question. I think they're like about to release a pretty big update to Comfy this week or next week. I think I heard that. I don't know what they plan on doing with it, but they'll find something to improve, I'm sure. I think, like, for the most part, it's pretty good for what I need it to be. There's not a whole lot I would improve about it right now, but obviously people have their preferences. Predator to Xenomorph? Yeah, that's a good idea too. Actually, that's a really good idea, especially now that the new Alien movie is out. It would be very relevant. Let me interpolate this just to cap off the stream here, just for your amusement and my own amusement. It always looks nicer when it's at a crisp 60 frames. So let's see what it looks like. Why are you doing square to vertical? Oh, well, I'm doing vertical because I'm just in the habit of doing it for social media and Instagram. But my input images, I'm using squares because Stable Diffusion is basically trained on 1-to-1 ratioed images, like 512 by 512 and 1024 by 1024. And then if I want to do like a portrait or landscape orientation, then I'll just like allow the AI to fill in any extra details as it's adjusting to those resolutions. But as long as you give it like and you can also use like a tall or wide image as the input, and but the AI will basically just crop it to a square so that it's in a usable state for it. But it's intelligent enough to be able to like analyze the image and determine what it's looking at, and then use that information to do what you see here. Tall video. Hope that kind of explains it. I miss the demons crawling up the clouds. Are there? Yeah, I guess there kind of are on this. Here, wait, let's see how the interp looks. Beautiful. Here, let's, okay. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Coming out with the text of vid from Black Forest, that would be great. That would be so sick. It would also be sick if we could get animate diff working with Flux. I've been asking around to see if anyone knows if it's possible yet, but it doesn't seem like there's any way to do it. If there is, please, I would love to know about it. Because animate diff is like my favorite thing ever, so. What program is this? Totally missed the portion. Hey, no problem. It's called Comfy UI. Yeah. M. said it. Comfy UI. Zeus looking with blue lightning. That's a pretty cool idea too. Maybe I'll do it next time though, because I gotta get going. Hi from Italy. Hello, how are you? I've always wanted to go to Italy. Maybe in the spirit of your arrival, let me show you one that I just made that's kind of based off of like a little village in Italy or something. I was making this earlier on tonight, or today. It's kind of just like a tomato grove thingy. No, that's not the right one. There we go. Where a village is kind of overtaken by tomatoes. I just posted this on my profile earlier. There's also Deadpool and Wolverine trendy too. Yeah. Yeah, I made a few Deadpool Wolverine themed videos a few weeks back when the new movie came out. I love Deadpool. Ah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, I think on that note, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. But I've loved having you, as I always do. You're very welcome for my time. Yeah, it's my pleasure, really. I love talking about this stuff with you. And teaching what I know as best as I can. So with that, gonna park it here and I'll see you next time, okay? Have a great day. And I love you all very much.